We have had really some huge breaking news in Lucha Libre today. CMLL, Consejo Mundial de Lucha Libre, has lost one of its top talents. Now, frankly, and I don't know if you listen to the Ministry of Slam, the news items on there, they always start to show up with the news. There's been absolutely horrible news lately in wrestling. Kamala, I don't know if people remember Kamala, the big Ugandan giant, the African American really guy, used to be a trucker. He actually had one of his feet amputated due to diabetes and other complications. So my prayers and good wishes to him. I hope that all is well with him. He was still active on the independent scene, so obviously this means his career sadly now is over. There was also an update on Barry Windham's condition, that his doctors are he's still stable. He still seems to be obviously starting his long road to recovery. And the good news about Barry Windham, of course, Triple H has approved the funds necessary, all funds necessary to pay for Barry Windham's medical bills, which is fantastic news. And I'm sure to the Windham family, Blackjack Mulligan, I believe, was a huge weight off of everybody's mind, because of course Barry Windham was a long time member of WWE, from a wrestler, several times he wrestled for WWE over the years, different times, different stays in the WWE, and of course he was a road agent with the WWE until about end of 2008, when his contract ran out and they decided to part company with each other. Really fantastic news that Barry Windham doesn't need to worry about any medical bills. And obviously they can now focus on long recovery. But the shocking news coming out of Mexico today in CMLL, Consejo Mundial de Lucha Libre, is that the heavyweight championship is now vacant. I really am flabbergasted about this news, because what happened is Hector Garza, who actually dethroned Ultimo Guerrero after Ultimo's 2-year reign as heavyweight champion. In Mexico, it's really rare for titles to change hands. Sometimes the wrestlers can hold it for quite a long period of time. Hector Garza originally was in the Perros de Mal faction, which means evil dogs. He was in it was originally a heel faction, a bad guy faction in CMLL. They've now several members, including Perro Guerrero Jr., who seems to be recovering from his stomach tumour as well, which there's a lot of bad news in wrestling around so far. But Perro Guerrero Jr. and several others left CMLL and now are sitting Perros de Mal as an independent promotion. And Hector Garza said he's been unhappy with being a good guy lately, as he was pushed that way, and he's now joined Perros de Mal, left CML completely. Like I said, Perros de Mal started off as Evil Dogs, started off as a heel group in CML, and now several members, including Hector Garza now, have left to set up Perros de Mal as a promotion, as an actual organisation, nothing to do with CMLL at all, completely separate group. It's kind of similar to how Triple A started. Conan, obviously Conan, former WCW star, left CMLL with several other guys and set up Triple A. It's absolutely unbelievable, including Antonio Pena as well. They set up Triple A. That's exactly how there's so many Mexican influences in worldwide wrestling. It wasn't actually, a lot of people think it's maybe CMLL, but it wasn't. It was actually Triple A that really busted the door open for luchadors to go to America. The Eddie Guerreros, the Rey Mysterio Jr.'s, even Conan himself. I said it before, with Rey Mysterio appearing a couple of times in WCW, especially once in an international tag team tournament in about 1990, late 1990 I think it is now. But it's unbelievable. Quite a few of these guys at Perros de Mal left, obviously, set up their independent promotion It really is going to be such a huge change, I believe, in lucha libre possibly happening. I don't think that the CMLL is doomed. I don't think that at all. It's going to be, CMLL is the WWE of Mexican wrestling. It's still going to be there. It's going to be there. It's just celebrated its 78th anniversary, and I know they're looking forward to huge celebrations apparently that are planned for the 80th birthday. So it'll be really good in about 18 months or so to hear what exactly the plans are for this huge anniversary. But apparently they're planning on a huge celebration for the 80th birthday. Really, the organisation is, of course, like I said before, one of the oldest professional wrestling organisations in the world, as professional wrestling is predetermined, really much exhibition, but obviously it's not fake at all. I'd never say it's fake. But it's certainly WWE of Mexico. It's going to be interesting to see what Perros de Mal does. It's already in existence, already doing shows apparently. It's going to be really interesting to actually see what Hector does. Obviously, he's been in CMLL for the past 8 years. Been in various promotions before that, including AAA, I believe. Certainly believe he's definitely spent some time in AAA, and other organisations, and even in the WWE for a very short time, during about the time in 1997, I believe, 98, when they had some of the luchadors in their Super Astros program. They were supposed to be bringing. That was kind of like they have tried with the light heavyweights, the cruiserweights, several times. If you listen to actually, a thorough recommendation is Art of Wrestling podcast. I mentioned many times before, but listen to the show, the new show 6 to 8. It's with Daniel Bryan, or Bryan Danielson as he says he's prefers to be called. It's a very interesting to look at Bryan Danielson, how naturalistic he really is. It's amazing. How earthy he is, digging for clams, and like she said on his NXT introduction, he's a very basic guy, like spending time not about things he owns or money he has, about spending time with friends and family, and it's a really interesting look. Obviously it's Colt Cabana, of course the host of Art of Wrestling is one of his friends. They also together in the Road Diaries, of course, available on welovecolt.com, merchandise section. I'll have to definitely order that very, very soon. It's really good. It's Colt Cabana, El Ranero, and Bryan Danielson on the road. It's actually Bryan Danielson's last tour before joining the WWE's developmental territory, FCW, shortly before NXT began, of course. So it was very interesting documentary. I've seen a couple of clips on highlights of it. It looks a really good documentary. I have to definitely order it, and I will be within probably the next few days order it, depending on funds, and certainly reviewing it on my channel, of course. It's going to be really good to see. Like I said, CML does from now on. It's going to be interesting. Obviously, the CML World Heavyweight Championship, which I of course recognise as a heavyweight championship. There are more world titles than just our America. A lot of fans don't recognise other countries' heavyweight titles like New Japan, and Pro Wrestling Noah, and All Japan. CML and Triple H titles as world titles. They are. They've been going just as long as WWE, and WWE, no respect to them, but some people have also said it as well. A couple of comments on the YouTube channel about the World Heavyweight Championship that WWE has currently held by Mark Henry. That is the WCW. I think I've said it on a previous video, but that is genuinely the World Championship Wrestling World Heavyweight Championship that was held by the likes of Sting, Lex Luger, Ric Flair, Vader, Ron Simmons, and various other, Randy Savage, Hulk Hogan, various other names. It's the same championship. The reason why that is because in March 2001, WWE purchased the entire company of WCW, World Championship Wrestling. They bought it, the entire company. The library footage, some of the roster, although of course they cut a lot of the roster loose, they released them, and the championships. That's the reason why there was actually, that's why the reason why it was only a couple of $1 million, but part of that couple of $1 million was paid to purchase they're genuine championships of WCW. Every championship that WCW had was purchased by WWE. This was an order. Vince McMahon has said it before, to ensure that no small independent promoter could use one of their titles to such detriment and disrespect it so much. He did not want that to happen. He didn't want some small, really one of these penny cent, 75 cent worth companies coming in, paying a couple of dollars for one of the championships, and then hosting it around and running around with it like a trophy. Oh, look what I got, look what I got. So Vince McMahon has said it before. He did not want that to happen, so he purchased the entire championships of WCW, made sure that was certainly included in the deal. So obviously Mark Henry still holds that championship so far at the moment, as far as I know. Though I believe Survivor Series, of course, this is coming on Sunday, and I haven't watched Raw yet, so I haven't seen build-ups. I haven't seen definitely what's going to happen in Raw, of course. So obviously Mark Henry is holding the championship that was held, like I said, by Ric Flair, Lex Luger, Sting, and so many other guys. So, like I said, cmll lost their, getting back to the point, cmll have lost their heavyweight champion. Obviously, there's not been the Hector Garza announced his leaving in, I suppose, unofficial press conference or press release as well. But cmll has not commented on it so far. We're waiting any comment from them. I'm sure there'll be comment within the next few days. Obviously, they have to appoint somebody to be world champion. Obviously, it'll probably be a mini tournament or number of contenders. There's various different storylines in that going on about masks and Atlantis and Ultimo Guerrero. They're still battling. Everybody's still trying to get Atlantis' mask off him. Hey Atlantis, if you ever watch this video this far and you lose a mask, hey, I've got one over here for you. I've got an Atlantis mask you can borrow. But everybody's trying to unmask Atlantis. They're still at him, and still up at Ellie Park and Dr. Wagner are at each other. It's the storylines in Lucha Libre certainly last a long time. Like I said, it'll be next year until anything is settled. But like I said, we're coming up to we're now in the middle of November, so things are really not generally in Lucha Libre. Like I said before, things really don't get settled at the end of the year. They more or less continue, and things in November normally continue to about January and some of the big shows early next year. So it'll be interesting to see what cmll does, whether the championship is vacant over Christmas. Like I said, we've still not had any comment from cmll on this situation, but hopefully there will be a comment soon and a decision of what to happen. They may have just to host a tournament, or it may just be a one-off match of who they believe are the number one contenders. I'm not entirely sure who the number one contenders are actually, because there's several guys getting great wins. Obviously Ultimo Guerrero has to be figuring into the equation. At one point he lost the title to Hector Garza. Atlantis maybe has to be considered as well, because they're in, like I said, they're in a feud for the masks, so the title may come into it. But there's still a lot of great matches going on cmll. Check out videos on YouTube of the latest stuff. There's some really good matches. And very quickly before I finish, check out the match. I believe it's the what is it? I'm just quickly checking, but William Regal. Well, anyway, it's WWE in the UK just recently. Check out, if you can, William Regal's entrance on WWE Superstars. It's in Liverpool, England. It's really funny video. If you haven't seen it already, it's William Regal. What happens is William Regal comes out to his music, gets about halfway down the ramp, then one of his old musics, Real Man's Man, starts up, and he cracks up. Daniel Bryan cracks up. It's a really funny. William Regal tries to keep in character, but it's really funny. it's only a very short video. So Regal entrance, 11th of the 10th of the 11th, Liverpool, UK. That's what I've got it saved as, but still the 10th of November 2011 was when it happened. WWE edition of WWE Superstars is on YouTube, so check out. It's really funny. It goes back. Regal's music goes back to his normal music after several seconds, but it's really funny to see William Regal crack up and Daniel Bryan. And it's also really, by the way, they go on to have quite a really good match actually. It lasted about 10 minutes. Like I said, of course it's on Superstars, but it's actually quite a good match as well. So check that out. It's on YouTube. It is really funny to see William Regal crack up. Obviously, Liverpool nutcracker from Blackpool. It's of course really funny to see William Regal crack up like that. Of course, he's supposed to be this, serious English, guy, heel guy, bad guy, really serious, aggressive guy. It's really funny to see him crack up. Obviously, it's what they call in wrestling a rib, of course, a joke, practical joke. It's quite funny. But anyway, it's certainly that's the things happening. A couple of things happening in Lucha Libre. It's actually quite a shock to me that Hector Garza just suddenly announces he's quit CMLL. A lot of obviously a lot of organisation stuff to do. Who's going to be the champion? What the future holds for CMLL is going to be really looked at. I don't think CMLL is certainly not going to go anywhere. Certainly no any danger of going out of business. They own Arena Mexico. They're still drawing huge numbers of audiences. That really great people. Like I said, it's WWE of Mexico. So there's no danger, no trepidation about the future of the company. It's certainly going to be interesting to see though who actually goes for the CMLL title. So that's just a couple of things that happened today in the last couple of days of Lucha Libre. As I said, keep an eye on this channel for the WWE. Look at WWE because of camera footage. I'll play around obviously with the camera, check recordings, and also make sure the picture is as good as it could be. But like I said, it'll be a PS3 hooked to HD TV through an HDMI cable, so the picture will be as good as it possibly could be with the upscaler fully on, and I've set the settings so I've got the picture of the PS3 as good as it possibly could be. I was really looking forward to this game. Just before I finish, actually, last couple of thoughts. I did put up the tag team announce names listing the team. I'm going to have to go tomorrow or when I said sometime this week, try and get screenshots, but it's going to be very difficult to get the screenshots. I might not be able to do it because the video that I take it from, Universe Mode 2.0, moves really quick. You have to be really exact on the really quick and exact on pause button, otherwise it flashes and it goes really blurry, which is what I had the problem with my capture tool, which is when it wasn't working completely anyway, but I think I fixed that. But it's really very quick video. It flashes really quickly, and it's difficult to get a good clear images of the team name. If I can, I'll try it tomorrow. I could have copied the video so just so I could watch it again, and if I get the screenshots off it, that'll be brilliant. I'll post them up without me talking, of course, at this time. I'll post it up just as I'll give each thingy out, each picture quite a few seconds for people to see if I can manage to get it. Hopefully I can get it, but I'll definitely try that tomorrow. So thanks for watching my videos. About 37,000 people have viewed my new Sin Cara Unmasked video, which is fantastic. I never would have thought I would ever have actually got near that amount of videos, near that amount of views for my videos. I really don't do this really for the huge numbers. Come on. I mean, if that I said to my brother actually earlier, oh yeah, well, if I've got a couple of rare coins, I'll eat them. If a new Sin Cara Unmasked got 1 million views, I would eat my go on my YouTube channel and eat my rare coins, but hey, it's not going to happen, so I'm safe by that. But anyway, it's certainly going to be a good. The rare coins are not real coins, of course. I don't think they'll be chocolate coins or something anyway, but it really would be it was really great. Nearly 37,000 views it is now. It's like 36,900 something. 36, I think it's 36, 37 views, which is fantastic. So thanks to everybody watching the videos. Like I said, there'll be hopefully any information on the SWE show in Dundee. Any more information that comes along. It's on a week on Friday, a week on Saturday, sorry, a week on Saturday, November 26th, 6:45 doors open, and first bell at 7:30 at the Brooksbank Centre, Petarley Road. So any more information for any local people watching these videos, watch my SW preview video that I've posted a few videos ago. Keep losing track of what I'll put on some of these videos, because I've got over 100 put up. I've deleted a couple, so it's really like 110 videos now I've done, but I'll keep any update on the SW. I know some of these videos are actually going quite over 15 minutes, and are getting quite long, some of them. This is really just I've been able to go longer than 15 minutes. So some of these videos will just now be a bit longer than 15 minutes, though. I'm going to try and keep them in a couple of weeks when I go out back to work. Obviously, I'm off there for 2 weeks, but when I go back to work in summer, I'm going to try and sit down and try and make these about 10-15 minutes at the very most. So thanks for watching. Keep watching my video, my YouTube channel for WWE. Look at it'll be probably called something like a look at WWE 12, something similar to that. Obviously, I'll put a lot of wrestling tags on it so people can find it easily. Hopefully it'll be one of the first on YouTube from the UK. I know US are getting it 3 days before us, and I don't mind people put up a review days before me and everything else. I'm really not minded about that. That's really more my benefit. I want to put this video up, and hopefully the benefit of anybody that cares about it enough to watch it, or thinks it's interesting enough. But thanks for watching all my videos, and I shall certainly be uploading more soon.